Welcome back to Not Your Mama's Podcast, episode 11. We are back from hiatus. It is 4th of July weekend, man. Got Dev and
Skee.
back in the studio. Let's hop right into it. What do we got?
As always, Dev, starting off with some good, disappointing mom moments. In life, we've been telling y'all every single time. Give us some good comments. Put us up here.
Engagement.
Share the love. But to get into it,
Young
we
love.
got our guy, Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. He's a shooting guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it seems like he's trying to pull a Nick Canon.
Yes, sir.
Now, when we say Nick Canon, we don't mean producer, actor, all that stuff. We mean the father part.
Yes.
Dev, get into that part. What's going on with that?
All right, so Anthony Edwards this past week was exposed by a baby mama. We don't even know how many he got right now at this moment. I think this might be his second or third.
Yeah.
Not too sure. I believe the young woman right now is anonymous. Tried to do some research on her, couldn't find out exactly who she was, but she posted screenshots and pictures of some text between her and allegedly Anthony Edwards saying that he has a kid by her and somebody else. She was not happy. Not too sure if she knew there was a situation before her, but man, these athletes, man, they stay getting in trouble. They stay, messing with these girls at this young age, having way too much money and time. That's what's going on right now. What you thinking?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is with these young cats now. I mean, granted, we're in the same age range as them, but
We are.
we're not just going around just knocking on everybody because we got millions of dollars.
He ain't moving like that. Nah, I've seen this happen to Zion last year. I feel like
That's a fun one.
nah, because that girl got his name tattooed on her face, bro. I feel like if I had to guess who this would happen to next, I would probably say LaMelo. Because I don't know if I know he's dating. I don't know if he has somebody pregnant right now, but he is very out there with the way he moves, and I can only imagine. If I had to guess, that's who I would put up there next.
Yeah, because him and Christian Wood were both messing with older women at the same time. So he's next.
All them young bucks be doing the same thing. They all hitting older women.
So I see that LaMelo, it might be the next target.
Now, you know what would be a tragedy? If Bronny James had something come out like that.
That can't happen.
Oh my God.
LeBron would end him.
The James legacy.
LeBron would end him so quick.
The James legacy would be tarnished.
LeBron would end him so quick.
Pull that up in the debate, boy.
So quick. And then continue on with our basketball players. They have a media manager, the way they're tweeting sometimes.
Absolutely.
What's the tweet we saw this week that just sparked?
So Isaac, I don't know his last name. I think it was Okra. Okay, so he tweeted something crazy. I wrote it down just because I knew I wouldn't remember.
He said, I like it when it stinks.
Ugh. That's what it was, when it smells, brother. And now he didn't give any more context as to what he likes when it stinks, but there's not that many options.
Yes.
There's just not that many options. If I'm an NBA player, I feel like as much as I know myself well enough to know that I'm probably going to be like, hey, should I tweet this? Should I say this? Because you have millions of followers. You have young kids following you, trying to look up to you. You got women out there that you might want to impress, talk to one day. You got your parents on the internet. Everybody knows you. You out here saying stuff like that. You like when it stinks for what? Why? And why? Even if a regular person said this, why? Though, why do you like when it stinks?
And then as to continue about how we say that pro athletes should have a media manager, one of the best at Twitter fingers, KD, Kevin Durant.
It's a classic.
He said a while back, Scarlett Johansson, I will drink your bath water. Now, if you don't remember who Scarlett Johansson is, she is the famous Black Widow from all the Avengers and Iron Man movies. Her.
Now, just to provide some context, I'll give KD a little bit of credit only because he said this pre-COVID. But our boy Isaac said this like recently, like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is post-COVID behavior.
Yeah.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah. And then that's going to kick us right into public affairs. So, Florida, we're just always doing something. We're probably the most craziest state out there besides Cali.
Absolutely.
And Seattle.
New York.
Yeah. So, we just happened to see this week that someone was on a trip, and Lou Duval posted it. They were in the wetlands, and they had a gator come up to their boat and pop open their beer cap to their Bud Light. How do you think about that, Dev?
I think it was smooth. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was smooth.
It was smooth. My brother said, "Hey, he saw the gator, had the little beer can, he waved him over like this, like he was a puppy or something. Gator swam up, gave him a little chin rub, whatever. Popped a little can on his tooth, and just waved him off. And the gator made it look like it was an everyday thing, bro. It was smooth, but only certain individuals can get away with that kind of behavior. Myself, Skee, us light skins, we don't really engage in that level of Floridian. But it was smooth though. It was a 10 out of 10 maneuver.
And then to keep pushing with our Florida information, we just had a lot of stuff going on in Florida this week. A man was arrested for kidnapping a gator.
Multiple gators.
And
yeah, we're not talking about the team, the Gators, because that would be as horrific, if not worse. But we're talking about animals. This man arrested for having intercourse with multiple gators. Like this was his pastime or something. I have so many questions, like why, how did you find out this is something that you're into? Why is it something that you're into? Did anybody else know about this? Why did they not stop you? There's so many variables. Like you can barely kidnap a dog without a dog barking. I don't know how you're strong enough to kidnap an alligator, bring it back to the crib. If he was that bold, if he had another location he was doing this at, who found him? How did that go down? Like, if I walked into some place and that's what I see you attempt to do, because I don't even know how gators reproduce for real. I don't even know where you would put anything. I'm just so confused by the whole situation. Why? You just brought Florida down. I could totally understand why the rest of the country don't mess with us like that, because that's crazy. Why? And see that down bad too. Why?
I feel like he was the crazy brother or uncle that nobody messed with. They just make sure he was alive once a year. And it just happened that one sibling came and checked on him and said, "What the hell's going on?" And they just called the authorities.
I wouldn't even want to make that phone call. I don't want it to be, because they're not gonna believe me on the other end. I'd have to take a picture or something like this. Just Florida, bro. Come on now. What is y'all doing?
Yeah. And then on a much slighter note, that's crazy. As you know, the Olympics is coming up. Ready to see Team USA kick butt.
Yes, sir.
As the men's national team, soccer, we suck. We are knocked out again.
Facts.
Every single time.
Yeah, facts.
Well, let's go women.
Yay! I love women.
Yes.
And USA.
And so, as we know, gymnast Simone Biles, the GOAT, she's been killing it as always, made it again to the Olympics, and her husband, I don't remember his name. What's his name?
That's kind of the point. All right, so let's jump into it, right? I'm a Chicago fan, Chicago everything, Bulls, Bears, Cubs. I can't even remember her husband's name because he's not that notable of a player for my team. But, hey, my team decided to give him a break to go watch his wife perform in the Olympics. I think it's very wholesome content. But clearly he is not that valuable of a player. Now, say somebody like Caleb Williams had a significant other performing in something like the Olympics, they'd be like, "Listen, bruh, we understand, but you can watch her at the crib, watch her on TV, on your phone, whatever. We got games and things to prepare for." But I think it's really wholesome by our team. So clap it up for him.
Now, since he's a Chicago fan, gave you that insight. Me, as a unbiased fan, just really think about that. Just think about that real quick.
He said, "We do not care."
We do not care.
They gave him PTO to fly to Paris to see her perform.
Mm-hmm.
How many players have gotten PTO in a professional sports league to go see their wife perform?
I don't.
Like, if that tells you where his skill level's at.
He's in the league though, at least
Yes. He's been with the Packers the last couple of years, and then Packers finally saw the light,
packed him up,
and then your team is building as much as it can so that Caleb Williams doesn't become a Jay Cutler.
Yeah. So I mean, the team overall, obviously, we're not gonna miss him, I guess, because I can't even remember his name. So that's where we're at right now. But hey,
yeah. But
got in sports, dog.
Getting back some more into athlete's foot. So this part, MC offseason moves. Clay, the fallen Splash brother, is no longer with the Warriors. He is with, who is it, Mavericks?
Dallas Mavericks, yes. Man. He's joining Luka, joining Kyrie, which is crazy because Kyrie hit one of the biggest shots ever over him. But hey, man, shout out to him. I think he's going to try and get revenge on Steph and them in a friendly way, but Clay going to the Mavs. We had Paul George go to the 76ers. That was a huge move out in the East. We had Buddy Hield go to the Warriors to replace Klay Thompson. Fun fact, Buddy Hield and Steph Curry both had the highest three-point makes over the past 5 seasons, I believe.
Oh,
So
it's
in
about
terms of production, the Warriors should be straight there. We'll see how that pans out. James Harden re-signed with the Clippers. I think Denver's trying to get Russell Westbrook. So there's a lot of moves being made. The Lakers obviously drafted Bronny James Jr. So we're going to see how that pans out. The NBA is pretty shaken right now in terms of offseason moves.
Now, do you think Clay will return as the splasher we know he is?
I mean, okay, so honestly, like he averaged 18 points last season. That's not even bad, especially considering his injury history in the past like 5 or 6 years, whatever. Do I think he's going to be as good as he thinks he deserves to be paid? No. I think he could average a good 16 to 18 still, which is good, but now he's no longer an all-star player, right? Like he's just a good role player. He's straight, that might push the Dallas a little bit more, but the odds for them to win the chip didn't change at all when they signed him. It was 10-1 last time. It was 10-1 after he's been signed. So in terms of moving the needle for them, meh.
I like so. I like that.
Yeah.
Me personally, until he brings back the 360 waves, and he's not the same. That Clay didn't care. Clay didn't care.
He was
He's
splashing.
a shooter, but this Afro Clay, he's been dog water.
Hey man, maybe he gets a nice cut and changes his whole game around.
We'll see by October.
See if we can turn back the clock on that one.
Yep. And then give some love to our women WNBA. They got the All Stars coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark and the Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese both made the All Star team.
Yes, sir.
But the crazy part is they now have to face the All USA team that's playing in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get clapped.
Whoa. Probably, but like it would be cool just to see Caitlin Clark like shine somehow, like on a revenge tour, just because y'all didn't pick me and just whoop them up with like 30 points type stuff.
AJ
That would
Wilson,
be dope.
Brianna Stewart,
Kelsey Plum, yeah, I know, I understand. I understand.
Sabrina Isles.
Listen, the competition is steep, but it would just be crazy to see her light them up like that. It would be so lit though. It would be so lit. Hey, if Caitlin Curry pull up shooting threes from the parking lot, they gonna have something to talk about. They're gonna regret their decision.
I'll put a parlay that Sabrina drops 30 on Caitlin Clark.
I ain't gonna lie. That parlay might hit. That parlay.
Exactly.
Hey, after watching Kelsey Plum last night, she went like 10 for 13, 30 points. Put a parlay on that.
Ooh,
Kelsey Plum was cooking.
Miss Plum.
She was cooking.
Yeah, she's no longer with that crackhead. It's beautiful.
R.I.P. Darren Waller.
Mm-hmm. And then pushing us into a love and light skinned world.
Devin in a light.
Yeah, what's going on with you, my man?
Devin he's having a good time in the light skin love phase, man. Just taking things slow with whatever I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coasting, hanging, chilling.
Call it my parlay hold.
Yeah, Skee likes to throw parlays on any of my talking stages. Him and a couple of the boys think it's just such a good time, But I understand. That's just it is what it is. They plan on my downfall, but hey, things are going good.
We love to hear it.
What you got going on, Skee?
Me right now, I just got to get back out there, man. Just be more confident and just approaching. Yesterday, I went to the town center. Chick stared at me, looked at me, smiled, and I just didn't make a move. And just thinking about it, it just hurts.
Like a hand
a lot. And then my dad watches the video. He might shoot me afterwards, so it's okay.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Like women, y'all gotta understand. Like as a man, it takes the simplest of things. Y'all could smile at us, give us a wink, just a little nod, just stare for a little bit longer than usual. It'll make our whole day, our entire day. Just anything, just compliment our haircut. You know what I'm saying? If I pop out of some basketball shorts and you think that I'm a little bit, looking good back there, whatever, man. Just like anything, just it's the little things for us, Make it easy for us, though.
Yes.
Give us a sign or something.
Yes, and then you weren't dodging my last part. And
I really tried to start.
just so something else I noticed this week. Sometimes I can't tell what is this man's type. I know we discussed it way back, but
we did.
It's just certain things I see, and I'm just confused. There was a rapper named L.A. Choppa. He recently did a video with one of those OnlyFans models, and Dev said it should have been me, and I was like,
okay.
Going off this man's type, she doesn't fit the criteria, nor could I accept him messing with an OnlyFans chick. I just can't have that on my conscience. So it just throws me off a little bit. And then yesterday or this morning, one or two, no, it was this morning, he drops a video in the chat of Bobby, that famous white girl that was doing the interviews with Lil Yachty, Offset, and Drake.
We talked about her the other week. Yeah.
And she posted a video of her jump to dance to a Chris Brown song.
Chris Brown reposted it. Okay, just for context.
And she was wearing a skin tight dress to give her somewhat of a figure. And Dev thought that he saw something.
I was impressed.
I don't know if he was acting like he was Sinbad in the Seven Seas, trying to hope he saw something.
She just had really good dance moves in the video. I was admiring her dance.
Sir. No.
Listen, here's the thing, right, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that your type should be versatile. You shouldn't just stick to one dish, one type. It's good to have versatility, diversity. It's good to enjoy different ways of life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I'm really trying to say is, it's okay. It's okay. I'm allowed to explore different interests. I think it's good to stick to,
off that bullshit. We're moving on to anime reviews now. So going to anime review, we got Kaiju number 8. The last episode came out, went off with a banger.
Wow.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that?
Yeah. So anyway, in Kaiju number 8, man, it was cool. Kafka was redeemed in the sense that after the captain of the entire fleet, of the entire defense force and everything, challenged him, he damn near died because he unlocked Kafka's actual kaiju form, and Kafka was internally fighting to stop himself from killing the captain. But basically, he ends up hearing the daughter.
I know I can't remember her name.
We gotta get the names, man. That's tough. But anyway, she screams at Kafka, and then he remembers who he is. He somehow stops himself from killing the captain or whatever, and then they all decide that he is going to be used as a weapon for the defense force for the sake of humanity as a kaiju on the defense force. So I thought that was a really cool story, and that was the end finale for this season. So
yes, that was an awesome ending. Yeah, her daddy almost got cooked. It was crazy.
Facts. That brother was on
and
his
then
last.
My Hero Academia. This show, I have a love-hate relationship with this. But we're getting there. So, the last episode, they're fighting now, and so we got Endeavor and Hawks taking on All for One, so that's crazy battle. What do you think about that battle?
Man, it kind of feels like more of the same. Like, every time that Endeavor's in a fight as of lately, it's always kind of like some talk no jutsu stuff that gets to him. He starts thinking about his sons, thinking about his past, how bad he handled things as a parent, and then he starts crying on the battlefield, and he just loses all sense of awareness, and brother is just down. So right now, Hawks had to save him, but at the end of the episode, Hawks got saved by, what's the boy's name?
I know, we're freaking names so bad right now.
Our boy with the darkness on him. Dark Shadow, yeah. So Dark Shadow comes in and saves him at the last second. But it's too late. Hawks is already pierced by One for All. And yeah, so it's not looking too good. It's looking pretty dire right now. But I mean, we're getting some fight, we're getting some action, no more tears from Deku and the boys. So
yeah, definitely gonna be interesting endings to that one.
Yeah.
And then Demon Slayer. The last one came out. They're finally gonna start the Infinity Castle arc.
Yes.
But I do have a problem though. They told us we were gonna get 2 extended episodes.
They did.
It was just 2 30-minute episodes. And then to finish the season finale, why we got Michael Jackson doing an extra 5-minute walk he already did in the last episode before that?
Yeah, that was a long time. A lot of wasted time. Because the end of the last episode was him walking all dramatic. It was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then the next episode began, we see him walking again. It was a flashy intro for no reason. You're walking up to a man that's pretty much already dead. And there was no dialogue for 5 minutes. It was just him strolling along, bruh. But regardless, the episode itself was dope. If you haven't seen it, that's unfortunate. Basically, he comes in, has a talk with the leader of the Hashiras.
Uboyashi. Uboyashiki? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And they have a little discussion, whatever, about who they are and all that stuff. How many times he's thwarted him in the past, whatever. And then he was about to kill him himself. And then I guess he had a whole plan. There was a bomb and everything. The bomb blew up the whole house. Him, his wife, his 2 kids. Boom, shatters it, right? And then we think Muzan's cooked. Because you see Muzan, his body's ripped in half. He's slowly reforming. He's pissed. Then all the Hashiras are already on their way there. They all pull up. Gyume gets there first. Boy pulls out the mace. And this is the first time we have ever seen him fight. ever. And he takes off Muzan's head, immediately decapitates that boy. And then we already knew, they had a discussion beforehand, that Muzan's stronger than that. So it doesn't matter if it's just his head's gone. You got to do more damage than that to take him out. All the other Hashras pull up. Tanjiro pulls up. And then Muzan smiles. Like he starts reforming his head, whatever. He smiles. And then that's when the castle panels appear. Everybody important in the show drops. And they all sink into the castle. Now, my favorite part that I was interested in was when Zenitsu,
Yes, sir.
that boy falls upside down with no fear at all. The expression on his face is stern. He's about that business. And I just want to see what he's like in this next season.
Not only that, we're going to see Thunder God Zenitsu conscious. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
He's not asleep. That man is conscious, wide awake.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, if you're wondering why is that, so Dev did some research. I did some more research because his information was half. But that letter that he got in that other episode, turns out one of his homeboys that he trained with their master, turned into a demon, fell to Michael Jackson's side. And the master felt so devastated, he did Senpuku, which is, the Japanese art of suicide,
Self-delete,
to honor their ways. So Zenitsu said, I gotta get back in blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to see the Thunder God Zenitsu awake.
Facts. I cannot wait for that. And that Demon Slayer, the last, whatever, the remaining chapters are going to be covered in 3 separate movies. So, definitely excited for that.
Indeed. It's going to be a wild time.
Yes, sir, it is. I'm going to all 3 of the movies.
Yes, but as always, just leave us some comments so we can put you up here. Give us a disappointed mom moment. Just let us know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. We need that engagement, man. All of our socials, we put them up here. We put them down there in the link in the description, everything. So please, please, please give us some moments. Give us more engagement. Get active.